I'm back 2 days in a week. I want to do a quick, I'm going to keep this pretty short, um, airbrushing video of just airbrushing in some of the shadows that I was talking about in the last video or on Monday. Was that Monday or Tuesday? Tuesday. I don't know. Monday. I don't know what day it is. It's Wednesday. Yeah, it was Monday. So let me pull this up so just keep an idea where I am in time. Here we go. I'm going to try, I don't think I'm going to wear a respirator because I'm not going to be doing a lot of overspray. You should always wear a respirator when airbrushing. I'm probably beyond hope because I really didn't wear one when I was younger. Plus, you're not going to hear me talk. So I'm going to try and cut down on overspray. I'm not going to, if it gets a little too in here, I could always turn on my spray booth back that's over there. That goes directly outside, but I don't want that running. So if it gets too much in here, I will. What I'm going to be airbrushing with, just to punch in some of those shadows, is not shadows, but some of the darker blacks, is just some Comart. That's the best camera here. Some Comart transparent smoke. So it's like a transparent black color. It does have a slight, when it dries, it has a slight gloss sheen to it, which will have to be knocked back later on with some dull coat or some Krylon matte sealer. I really like the way, after I stepped away from this for a couple days and looked at it, or a day, and got back in and started looking at the base, I really like how the base is turning out. I think I'm going to punch up some of those highlights a little more on his legs and on his body. On camera, he's looking a little squat just because of the way the camera is shooting down at him, and you kind of miss some of it. But here we go again. We're going for, bring it up, bring it up, bring it up. This, so I want to darken them up slightly, and I might even go back with straight, like an opaque black later on, and then get those highlights again. Now in this picture, his teeth are really, really white. I don't want to be as stark as that. I'm going to try and blend the teeth so that you get highlights on the teeth with white where the light would actually be hitting them. So technically it would almost be on the back side of the teeth here, like the tips would be the brightest, the tips, the edge of those teeth, and here on these teeth. The tongue and the back teeth are probably pretty much done with the just straight dry brushing. I do want to do a little more highlighting in here once I kind of define these shadows a bit more with that black. So let me go ahead and do that. Now I'm going to cross my fingers. I haven't used my airbrush in, I don't know. I've been trying to get back to brushes. So it's been a little while. I tested it with some water. What I use, I have two Iwatas. I have an Iwata, I'm going to make sure I'm saying this right, HP BH and a HP CH. They allow you to, I keep forgetting the camera. They allow you to regulate your airflow right down here. They have a cup on top. The other one has a bigger cup. This one is a bit smaller. And that's where we'll go. So I'm just going to put a couple drops in here. I'm not even going to, I don't think I'm going to thin this down anymore and make it any more transparent. So let me just see what I can get. So I'm getting that. I want to get a little more airflow through here. Yep. So with these, you can get basically almost a hairline with this if you're really, really good at it. A lot of people take this part off. I know my good buddy Dan does. I kind of like it because I'm a clod and I always drop my airbrush and I drop everything, and it keeps you from breaking needles. So a lot of people like to see their needle. I don't need to as much as some other people. I'll bring this up a little bit. So this almost looks gray when going over it, but as you more and more over the same area, it's going to get nice and dark. Okay, so that's kind of what I'm going for. I'm going to spray, start to hit just his, oh no, I'm going to hit just his, what is this thing on? There we go. In his chest first, I'm going to go for, and then hopefully kind of work up from there. Now I'm going to try and keep my big fat head out of here when I'm doing this. And I'm not even sure how much, if you're going to see a lot of these changes on camera or not. I'm really just going in where those lines are, where the deepest shadows are. And now the opposite of dry brushing. From dry brushing, I was get my highlights down. This time I'm spraying kind of up to make sure those shadows hit. I don't know why I have a red box on here. I hope that's not on camera. Okay. So here we go. I hope the mic is still picking things up with the way I move things around. If it's not, someone let me know in chat. I'll try and get that fixed for next time. So just kind of punching in some shadows. I may have to reposition cameras. But you can see on, let me see if I can pull this up. So you can see how there's different layers to the fur with the way it's sculpted. So I'm going to kind of just pick some of those spots out. I'm going to try and avoid really spraying up here really at all, because that's my brightest spot on that arm, because that's where the sun would be hitting here, 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 tops of the fist. So I'm going to kind of turn this and work upside down and go underneath on things. Really knock in these colors and avoid the dark areas. Man, it's going to rain again. I keep getting notifications. So, really just work in on that elbow. It's gonna, if I did dry brush at all, it's gonna, you're still gonna get, since it's transparent, you're gonna see some of those. I probably shortened my life, which now that I'm getting older, I really want that time. But you don't think about those things when you're a kid, and when you're just starting, you're just excited to jump into stuff and get working on things. But I'm just going in and looking for darker areas. So in that neck and this fold here, in the cheeks. Let's see if I can get this on camera. So I'm going to spray a little bit in here. Center of that ear. But that's all I'm doing, is just kind of picking out some of the darker, deeper areas that need to be darkened in, like the back in here. And I'm probably going to do this a few times, so I'll probably do a couple more layers of dry brushing, a few more layers of shadows, and slowly build that up over time until I get Kong looking like he's from 1933. Now, it looks like the icon camera, there's a big black spot there. I don't think I put that there, but might have to bring that out with some dry brush. It looks like I might have missed dry brushing that part. But this is kind of all going to be in shadow anyway. So just slightly misting over it. I have a feeling I'm going to go through a ton of smoke. Just a couple drops. You can see I'm just putting in. That camera seems to be out of focus because I had moved it. It used to be for the wet palette. I'm not sure if I have it right, but transparent smoke's a great color if you're just trying to punch in shadows fast. That's what I'm doing. Going up his back. And you really, if you do, even if you were doing this non-grayscale and you were trying to make it look like the real, like a real silverback, it's not that different from where it is right now. Although if you're trying to do Kong, you're going to put more brown in there. Kong of Skull Island's really brown, which I like. I kind of wish Peter Jackson's King Kong looked more like a monster rather than just a gorilla, but I don't have millions of dollars. I don't get to make movies, but my choice would have been less gorilla, more monster. And you start to see some of that kind of wafting out of here. I might have to put that on. Let's see if I can get this. Now that's going to be one of the darkest areas in those eyes, is up in there, because there's just absolutely no light getting up in there. So we want to make sure that underneath those really thick brow line, that's where you want one of those darkest blacks. So I'm just going to keep kind of going over that more and more. Just adding shadows around the nose. Bring that a bit. Darken the temples. It's part of the cheek. Under his chin has got to be really dark. It's going to cause a shadow down. My big head in the way. It's going to cause a shadow kind of there. This camera. I'm trying to think of a better way to do this. Let's see if I can move this over. Nah, not today. Yeah, a little more that way. This armpit really dark. Now, I don't know if you remember, last time there was, I hit that a little bit too much with that highlight color, so I'm just knocking it back with some of this on top of it, which really helps. And it also helps, if you don't know this artist trick, always step back and look at your work, or squint, because it kind of brings out the high parts, brings out the dark parts, the highlighted parts, and you want to kind of see things in a different way. So take a step back from your bench if you have to, or lean back and look at it from far and try and see everything as one. Let's get those toenails a little darker. I'm going to have to do a wash around them. Just building up these forced shadows. And that's it. I mean, that's just, it's that over and over again. It's finding where the light wouldn't be and spraying in to create some contrast. And I go back and dry brush and then maybe do this a little more. I'm going to have to stand up and even do this, which, what am I doing, camera? Getting his cheek again. And I'm going to spray the back of his mouth there. Alright. Nostrils some more. I added a little bit there. That's almost too much. I have to bring that back later. Again, these lights are really kind of watching things out. So I'll bring the camera down on this one a second. We're really just getting underneath that dark shadows. I'm bringing it up this way. Let me bring this down a bit so you can see that. So bringing this color up this way. I'm not getting too much up here because that's where that light's hitting. I'm trying to create that forced contrast. From under here, that's going to be on camera, but under that arm. That dark. It's almost going to be completely untouched under here. It's my darkest spot. And again, notice I'm kind of angling as I work up. Because the light's coming down his back. So I'm shooting this shadow upwards. It's definitely gonna. I'm just gonna, in between those fingers, really darken that up because I think some of it got missed with the base coat. So I'm just gonna do a few in between those fingers. Under there, it's gonna be nice and black. Under here. This part needs to be darker. I think it's too much. I'm going to throw that around. Come with the shadow now this way, away from there, because it's underneath. Hello. Raise your mic levels. Okay, sorry. Mic's over here. Awesome. Thanks, guys. Is that better? It might be because I'm going the other way and talking that. So I'll just talk louder. Much better? All right, great. Thanks. I had to move the camera back. It's usually right in front of my mouth. So thanks for the heads up. I appreciate it. I'm just doing these shadows. Punching them in. We're doing a grayscale King Kong 1933. And almost done with this. And then I'm going to have to go back and seal it up a bit. Trying to make it more stylized than realistic. It's custom sculpt in that it's a garage kit from about 2007. Company had put it out. So yeah, it's custom. It's not a sideshow piece or anything like that. But yep, just a garage kit. Got to put together. It's out by a company the company that made it is Moohead Models. If you go on any Garage Kit forums, you should be able to find them or ask around. If you want, drop me a note and I can privately send that to you to avoid some stuff. So if you want to figure out how to get one, I can send that off to you. I think it's in the process. I know he wants to remold the body because the mold's kind of got shot. And it is hollow cast, so yes, he rotocasts everything. And so he's going to be working on remolding the body. So I'm not sure if he's about ready to do that because he's working on something else, but I think soon is where he's going to be thinking about doing it. Okay. Little more in there. Dark. So uncontrollably, where are you from? What's going on? What do you work on? What do you like to build? I'm going to bring this camera down because I'm going to work on the base a little more now. So if you weren't here the other day, I started black base, slowly building up gray, different values, different tones of gray, and working on getting this to look like it's from the black and white movie. I'm just going to go back in. I'm using some transparent smoke from Kamar, and now I'm going to punch in the same kind of thing I was doing here, looking to punch those shadows in as well. So I'm just looking for the deepest, darkest areas, like underneath these vines. I'm not wearing my glasses, which I should be. Doing dramatic. Sometimes even it helps if you turn something upside down and kind of spray upside down. Help make it, give it a little more dramatic effect. And go the opposite way. Cool. I do everything. I'm trying to get back more into miniatures myself. I have not actually done a D&D campaign ever, but I have painted for a very long time. But those new D&D miniatures are amazingly well done and sculpted. I bought some bugbears, I think, the other day, and the mind flayers. They look so cool. But I really would like to do a little. I have an idea for a diorama for those, but or a nice, like, cool base, but I don't know if I'll ever get to it. Just like everything else. And thanks for raiding people over this way. I appreciate it. What were you streaming? So like here, I don't know, let me get this camera down a little more. So like here, I'm trying to make this look like almost like a cave by just spraying that transparent black in there. Real dark, deep areas. I might even take this off the base at some point and spray this upside down as well. I'm just trying to get that blended. Thinking about where the light's hitting. Nice. Dwarven sorcerer. A dwarven sorcerer. Can you hear better now? The camera's moved, I hope, even with my loud voice. I tend to mumble a lot, which isn't good for this. But yeah. Inside this tree trunk, I'm really gonna get dark there. Kind of nice. These grooves down there. Did you finish the Dwarven Sorcerer? Or are you still working on it? Yep. I'm feeling it, and I'm relatively new at this, so there's a lot of bugs I need to work on myself. It's tough. I'm loving doing it though. And I'm still working on lights and trying to get things done the right way, and so that people can see things. Cool. Keep working at it. I'm gonna have to jump over and watch your stream. Yeah, I'm just putting a couple drops in there and just working. Just black. In between those toes, gonna be really dark. Now, his body, I don't know, you can't see right now, but his body is gonna create more of a shadow here. If I really wanted to get technical, this would be more in shadow because this would be doing that. So I think just we're going to kind of copy where his leg would be and just slightly spray this over some of the highlights that I did to knock them back just a bit. Yeah, not too much. I don't want to lose that. I just got in the mail some. I don't know if you know my schedule. It's all over the place. I also teach elementary school. Nope. I got switched this year to junior high. Teach junior high art, and so I'm trying to get completely. Hey, thanks for the follow. Trying to get things in order. So I'm kind of all over the place with work right now. So I'm trying to do Mondays and Wednesdays, or Mondays and Thursdays, and then just randomly on weekends. But Mondays for sure is going to be the day. And go from there. I got to get on a straight schedule, which is tough. Just because I never know what's going to happen or how late I'm going to stick at work. And since I teach art, it's like doing the same thing all day. And it's tough to want to come home and work on stuff sometimes. But yeah. The other thing, I write for a magazine called Amazing Figure Modeler, and that's mostly garage kit stuff. I just got some reviews I got to get done, so I have to build them and just take pictures and write a short article. So probably do those in the next few days just to get my bench clear, and then do that. I can't stream those because those are for the magazine only. But from now on, everything I do for the magazine, kit building wise, I am going to be streaming. Craft, I don't know how you guys do that. I go crazy. And plus just learning a whole new school. Like, I'm so used to little kids that I'm wiped by the end of the day now. I'm teaching 6th, 7th, and 8th. 6 periods a day, and it's tough. The kids are good. It's not the kids. It's just learning everything, retraining my brain how to think, which is not easy when you're an old man. Okay, let me look. Where do I need to be? Where do I need to be? I wish I could turn this like a vertical, but I think that's probably where I'm going to leave it today. I'm just going to punch in some more of these things because it's get boring. I've been going about a half hour. That's what I wanted to do. I'm going to let this dry for a bit, and then I'm going to throw a coat of dull coat over it and come back, do a little bit more dry brushing. I might try and jump on tomorrow for a little bit and do that for about a half hour, and then just do some more shadows. There's not much else to do. I'm going to have to get the eyes in. And I do want to do some washes in here in certain places, especially around the toenails, which you can't see. And we're pretty close to done. I want to get some really dramatic highlights on some of the things on the base just to make it look a little different than him. I want to get the eyes done because those are really going to make this pop and see if I'm doing the right thing. And like I said in the other video, I want the eyes are going to kind of be looking down. So it's kind of looking at something over... Where are you? Here. Okay. But I really appreciate everybody dropping in. It's going to be a short stream tonight. And I love it. Actually got more people. Great work, man. Thanks for bringing the raid in. As soon as I get over here, I'm going to look you up and I'm going to drop a follow on you as well so I can see some of what you're doing. I appreciate it. Thanks, guys and girls, if you're a girl watching. I will talk to you later. Thanks. Get my bald head out of the way. See ya.